Jets are already in the end zone. So this is sort of kind of a typical process that we have seen with the Patriots over the last, well, really since the beginning of the season started. We've seen these slow starts that they have where they give up points really, really early in the game. And so we'll see what happens. So Hall just scored a touchdown, 7-0 Jets, and on for the extra point. And that is good. Oh man, they almost got it. So 7-0 Jets up early with about 7 minutes left in the first quarter. Had a little technical issue a second ago. I apologize for that. It's my first broadcast, so I'm excited about it. So just bear with me. I'm working through some of the transitioning through some of the technical challenges here. So anyway. Yeah, so that's a typical. We've seen that throughout the season. We've seen the Patriots give up early drives. We've seen it happen with Cleveland, and we've seen it happen with pretty much everybody they've played this year. The Raiders, the Steelers, even the Falcons. And so we'll see what happens. Here's another statistic that kind of blew my mind away when I saw it today. The Patriots are the worst defense when their opponent enters the red zone. They are dead last. With that touchdown right there, that puts them up to almost 75%. They give up 75% of the time their opponent is in the end zone, in the red zone. The Patriots allow a score, and it's almost, we saw it right here now. So 7 out of 10 times they give up a touchdown when their opponent is in the red zone. So they are down 7-0. Drake Maye will be taking the field here just shortly. But what I was looking at before I had the technical issue, if we look at the standings really quickly, man, the Patriots, look at this. You could not have, if you're a Patriots fan, you're loving where you're at right now. It's been 6 years since Brady has left, and it's really been a lot longer than that since the Patriots have been a contender. So, but at 8-2. They have a game and a half lead over the Buffalo Bills, and right now, because they won the head-to-head game against Buffalo earlier this year, they basically have a 2.5 game lead with 7 to play. Now they'll have Buffalo coming around here again. Something that's kind of encouraging as well for the Pats is they have the easiest schedule in the NFL. Now I want to take a look too at the playoff standings right now. The Patriots are the number 3 seed. That in itself is incredible. So we're going into week 11. The Patriots are the number 3 seed. And there's an opportunity for them to get the 1 or the 2 seed. We'll have to see what happens with the Colts and the Broncos. Right now, the Patriots lose tiebreakers based on conference conference win percentage against these two teams. But hey, you know what? They are sitting really, really, really sweet now. So the Jets are about to kick the ball off. And we are about to back in business here. So, what do y'all think about this new kickoff rule? This is crazy, right? So the Patriots take the ball at the 10-yard line. He is down the right side of the sideline to the 25, out to the 30. Breaks a tackle, but gets stacked up by Jets. Gets out to the 31-32. Here comes Drake Maye. He's about to take the field for the Patriots. And Drake is having an MVP season through week 10. 72% completion percentage. He's second in the NFL. 2,555 passing yards, third in the NFL. 19 TD passes, third in the NFL. They're 8-2, and he's 8-2 as a starter. So the Patriots will take the ball. Now remember, we got Ramondre Stevenson is out with a toe injury, and Butte is also out. So Drake will be under center. We have so I can call this. So right to Hunter Henry. Hunter Henry's taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Little short dump off to the right. They had a little mixed motion going on right there. They had no wide receivers. They had a tight bunch at the line. They didn't have anybody split left or split right top. Henry is coming out of the game. Drake Maye is in the huddle right now. So this is the 5th straight game. He's had 5 straight games with 2 touchdown passes or more. So it is 2nd down and 10, no gain. You've got two receivers split left, one split right. Drake Maye is in the shotgun. He drops back to pass at about the 24-yard line, and he has a completed pass. Stephon Diggs for about 7 yards, and he got calf roped on that play. Stephon Diggs got calf roped. There's a flag. I'm wondering who this flag is on. I think it's going to be unnecessary roughness. Forward progress had stopped. They picked Stephon Diggs up off and just, the forward progress, ref was going to spot the ball, and then number 29, Brooker Jr., he basically just picked Stephon Diggs up off the ground and then body slammed him down. That flag came down. So Brownlee Jr., number 29 for the Jets, gets an unsportsmanlike, and that's 15 yards. First down for the New England Patriots, down 7-0 early. But this is their operations mode. This is how they have operated this year, being down early. 5 minutes and 52 seconds left. First and 10. Patriots have the ball just inside the 50 at the 46-yard line to the Jets. There is a handoff, and he has broken a tackle for 8 yards. Henderson, this guy's lights out. 2 big runs last week, over 50 yards. Gain of about 7 on that play. So Henderson with a 7-yard carry. That's his first carry of the game. You know, his center of gravity, he's a little guy. They can't see him until he gets into the open field of the secondary. 2nd and 3, you have 3 split to the right receivers, 1 split left. Hunter Henry's going in motion. He's taking a blocking position right now. There is a pitch to Henderson. He's caught in the backfield. There was a whole lot of motion going on. Hunter Henry came in motion, he paused, and then he proceeded to continue his motion. There's a short little flip out to Henderson from Drake Maye behind the line of scrimmage, and that's going to be a loss of 2 yards. Travion Henderson is the 4th rookie in NFL history with 50-plus yards rushing TDs in one game. He had a 55 and a 69-yarder last week. Big third down play for the Patriots. 3rd and 5 at the 47-yard line. Drake Maye in the shotgun, back to pass, dump over to the Stephon Diggs in the center of the field. Stephon's going to be short by about 2 yards. Just dumped it over the center. That was not his first choice. He had looked to the right, looked down the field. Mike Vrabel's assessing that last play on the sideline with that Vrabel look. And look at this. It's 4th down and 2. The Patriots are lining up to go for it on 4th down. Josh McDaniels sending the call in to Drake Maye. 4th down and 2 at the 38-yard line. 4th and 2 at the 38. Drake takes a shot. It's not shotgun snap. Dumps the ball off. That's a first down. That is a first down, a pickup of about 8 yards to Douglas. You know that if you look at the Patriots, they have these small receivers. This is the Belichick kind of mindset. So Vrabel experienced a lot of that. When you really go back, you had Julian Edelman and Amendola. Wes Welker. So these small receivers, they like them. They get lost behind those big bodies. And Drake was looking for him all the way. First down at the 31-yard line. Drake is going to be under center. Douglas is sitting about 8 yards back in the backfield behind him. We've got one receiver top left. Here's a handoff to Henderson, looking for a hole in the middle. Gains about 3 yards. 2nd down and 7 inside the 30-yard line. So he has 2 carries now for -1 yard. Just a little under 3 minutes left. 2nd down and 7. A little under 3 minutes left in the first quarter. And the Patriots did defer the kickoff, so they will be getting the ball in the 3rd quarter. They had this new look. Drake Maye back to pass in the 28. He's going to scramble and run. He's at the 25. Inside the 25. Goes down at the 23-yard line. Yard line. 3rd down and 3. About to go under 2 minutes left in the first quarter. Josh McDaniels looking at his clipboard, calling the play, singing to Drake. Drake is going to be in the shotgun. You have Hunter Henry tight to the scrimmage on the left side. Two receivers top left, one down right. He's looking for Douglas again. And, sorry, got a little excited here. Stephon Diggs cuts right across the pattern, steps in front of Douglas, takes that for a first down. And the Patriots are in business inside the 20-yard line. Inside the 20-yard line for the New England Patriots. Actually, yes, inside the 20. So 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Drake Maye under center. Here's a handoff to Trevion Henderson. Henderson is breaking through the middle of the field. He puts a helmet on number 22 and knocks him off his tackle. Henderson for about 8 yards. Listen, right? He shook a tackle, kept the ball from being stripped, and just bogarted number 22. 8-yard pickup, Trevion Henderson down to the 11-yard line. They may give him the 10. They did. 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1, about 45 seconds left. Drake under center from the 11. Here's another handoff to Trevion Henderson. He's going to get stacked at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 3rd down and 1. 3rd down and 1 for the New England Patriots. Trying to tie the game up. 3rd down and 1. Just under 20 seconds left in the first quarter. Diggs is split top left. No, Diggs is in motion. Douglas top left. 3rd down and 1. Drake is under center. Okay, he's changing the play. He's killing the original play. He's changing it. 3rd down and 1. 2 seconds, and the Patriots got to call a timeout. There's a little bit of confusion. Little confusion there at the line of scrimmage. So I'm just checking some stats here really quickly. That is the end of the first quarter. My bad. End of the first quarter, not a timeout. End of the first quarter. So that was a fast first quarter. That was a fast first quarter. That first quarter was 16, 17, 18 minutes. That was a fast first quarter. Almost no stoppage at all. Almost no stoppage at all in that quarter. That's incredible. So, guys, what do you think? What do you think? What do you think about the Pats? So we're just waiting for the commercial break. We have ended the first quarter, about to start the second quarter. Patriots have moved down the field fairly quickly here at the moment. And we're just waiting for the start of the second quarter. So going back and looking at some of the numbers again. Let's go back to the standings again. The New England Patriots. Take a look here at these standings again. The Patriots, first place in their division. Doing very, 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 very well. For some reason, I got a little screen off right there. Let me get that fixed. I apologize for that. This is just the little newbie things that are taking place here real quick as I'm trying to get these broadcasts lined up. Appreciate your patience. Appreciate your support. And we took a look at the playoff scenario here just a little while ago as well. You see the Colts are the number 1 seed. The Broncos are number 2. But those guys are really looking, the Colts and the Broncos, if you look at the top of the division, I'm not really surprised about the Pittsburgh Steelers. They've been solid under Tomlin. They have made the playoffs they've had a winning record every single year that he has been there. Um, so I'm not really surprised about that, but you've really got to be surprised about what you're seeing right now with the Colts, the Broncos, and the Patriots. Okay, here we go. We are back in business with the New England Patriots. Third down and one. Third down and one. Henderson's in the backfield. You've got receivers split top right, one split left. You've got heavy jumbo to the left side. Here's a handoff to Henderson, and he spins for the first down. They had him in the backfield by about a yard, but he spun his way for a first down. He's inside that 10-yard line, and this is first and goal. First and goal for the New England Patriots. Drake had just a little trouble holding that ball, the snap. I'm not sure what happened there. Did a great job controlling it, but he almost lost that ball at the snap. And then Henderson made a great move. You've got Drake Maye under center. It's first and goal at the 7-yard line. You got Henderson in the back. They're tight. There's a pitch out to Trevion in the backfield. He breaks a tackle inside the 5. They're still moving the pile. And the gang of the offensive linemen have pushed him into the end zone. Touchdown. 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 New England Patriots. 13 plays, 69 yards. They took 7 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. And the New England Patriots are on the board. Borregales coming in. There was just a little deceptive motion to the right. It looked like Henderson may be coming on a little wheel route or possibly coming out for a screen. May pitch the ball behind him, pitch the ball to him behind the line of scrimmage. Borregales coming in for the extra point. This guy's been pretty much lights out this year. He's been a great addition. He was a 6th-round pick, I believe, and that extra point is up and good. So 14 minutes and 16 seconds left. The Patriots waste no time getting into the end zone to start the second quarter. And Henderson is, what a great start of the season for this young guy. Drake Maye, the confidence that he is showing, can you imagine? It's a second-year quarterback, but when you really look at it, it's kind of a first year for him. His second year, he gets Vrabel and Josh McDaniels. Wow. And then a great draft. The Pats had a lot of money to spend in free agency. They spent it wisely, but they didn't really spend a lot of money in those picks. So, but appreciate everybody in the chat right now. Appreciate everybody in the chat. Javol, good to see you, brother. Good to see you, man. So here again, it's a typical Patriots start here in the 2025 season. They've given up opening touchdowns on the bulk of the drives that started the games this year. They gave up starting touchdowns to the Raiders and to Pittsburgh. Cleveland went down and scared them a little bit for the first quarter. And we saw Atlanta do the same thing, and then Tampa Bay as well. So, but this is where this defense tightens up. Now, defensively, they're the number 1 team in the NFL against the rush. So we'll see how that plays out because Hall, the running back for the Jets, you guys know, is an incredible running back. He has put some pain on the Patriots, over the last couple of years. And so be very, very interesting. I'm trying to get a stat board up for you guys here in just a minute. I'm going to go to that screen here real quick in just a second. I am going to go to that screen and try and pull some stats up for you guys, so just bear with me. We're going to go over to that here real quick. Let me get into my go to the stat screen here just really quickly. And you can see what we have going on here real quick. So, yeah, Drake had a good drive. Drake had a really good drive. Justin Fields came out strong, too, on that first drive. So both teams have gone down and scored. So that first quarter went by very, very quickly. That may be one of the fastest first quarters that I've ever seen. That was very, very, very quick. Back to the playoff picture here real quick, too. Again, if you're a New England Patriots fan, you have been waiting for this for a very, very long time. The Patriots, the number 3 seed, with basically a 2.5 game lead over the Buffalo Bills. Here's the kickoff. The Jets take the ball. Ball's kicked to the far left, picked up the 18-yard line. He crosses the 20, 25, up to the 32-yard line. And the Jets will take over. Justin Fields coming onto the field. So Hall had a very good first quarter. He really did. Fields ran a couple of very long plays there as well. The Patriots defense kind of got lost following the receivers down the field, and Justin Fields ended up scoring that touchdown. First and 10 at the 31-yard line. Justin Fields is in the shotgun. He's got Hall split, just set back to his left pocket. Here's the snap from the 31, hand off to Hall. Hall gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. They're going to give him forward progress of about a yard. They'll give him forward progress of about a yard. 13 minutes and 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Second down and 9. Jets have the ball on the 32. Justin Fields in the shotgun again. Hall on his left hip. He drops back. Short drop. That is an incomplete pass out to the left. He threw that ball just out of the reach of Mitchell. Excuse me. Third down and 9. So this is a chance for the Patriots. Get the ball back here again. I don't know why it takes the Patriots. They got to get it out of their system, I guess. They give up an early score and then they tighten it up. Now the Jets are 4-4. They're 4 out of 4 third down conversions right now. Justin Fields in the backfield from the 32. Held his left. Justin drops back. 3-step drop. Here's a completed pass to number 85. It is going to be short of the first down. Short of the first down. Fourth down and about 4 or 5. I didn't understand that pass right there by Fields. He needed 9, and he threw the ball 6. So they got a total of 6 yards on the play. Fourth down and 3, just under 13 minutes left. McNamara, the punter for the Jets, punts the ball. This is going to go to the right. Fair catch by the Patriots. He's knocked down, but he was knocked down by his own man. That's not going to be Jones. And there's a scuffle. There's a celebration. The Jets celebrating, bumped into a couple of Patriots. And the refs get in there and separate that up pretty quickly. The Pats will have the ball with 12:43 left to go in the first half. See it, kind of look what happened here. Wasn't nothing to it. Jones for the Patriots called a fair catch. And one of the Jets on the coverage team, him and number 41 for the Patriots, were tugging back and forth and just kind of inadvertently went into Jones and knocked him down. So here come the Patriots. Big defensive stop right there. Get the ball back a little bit deep in their territory. They're going to be inside their 20. See if I can give you an update on the stat page here real quick. You can see that Justin Fields, he's the leading rusher for the Jets right now. He is the leading rusher for the Jets. He's 3 for 4 for 22 yards. He has a rushing touchdown. He has scored the Jets' only touchdown right now. The Jets have 57 yards rushing already in the first half. Really, the first quarter. 57 yards rushing. Step away for just a second. Remember, the Patriots have only given up. 72.9 yards rushing a game. And they've already given up 58 rushing yards. So we'll see if they can tighten that down. Drake is 5 for 5 for 23 yards. Trevion's got 7 carries for 27 yards. Stephon Diggs, 3 catches for 16 yards. So, what do you guys think? Do the Patriots hold the division this year? Are they a legitimate threat to dethrone Sean McVay? Excuse me. Are they a legitimate Josh Allen in the Buffalo Bills? Are the Patriots a legitimate threat to dethrone the Buffalo Bills, who have dominated that division since Brady left? The Dolphins had that one big year, but it's really been Josh Allen and the Bills. The Patriots take the ball, 12:43 left in the first quarter. Drake Maye under center. Patriots have the ball at the 17-yard line. Henderson in the backfield. It's a play-action pass. Wide open, Hunter Henry to the 42-yard line. 25-yard pass completion to Hunter Henry from Drake Maye. Excellent play-action pass. That was a great play-action pass from Drake Maye. He really sold that. They bit on the Trevion Henderson. Great throw. Dropped it right into the zone. Hunter Henry was being covered by a linebacker. Now, that's a fair matchup as far as speed and size, but Hunter is receiver pretty much. They marked him down at the 40. Interesting. So, not the 42, but the 40-yard line. 1st and 10. Drake Maye under center. You've got Stephon Diggs split left. Here's a handoff to Henderson. Goes to the right side. Does not get much. 2 yards. So, he's going to get the bulk of the work tonight. He's already had 8 carries. You can see Mike Vrabel. He is on the sideline. He is really over there pumping up his defense. Vrabel is a player's coach. He had a lot, that last couple of years there in Tennessee was a little bit bumpy, but he lost his roster. I don't know. That's general manager move to me, not on Vrabes. 2nd down and 8. 42-yard line, 11:25 left in the second quarter. Drake Maye back in the shotgun. He is going to scramble and run. He will actually gain a yard. Okay, looked like he was going to get hit right at the line. He saw 3 white shirts coming at him, about twice his size, and he went ahead and went down. 3rd and long, 3rd and 7, going under just 11 minutes left here in the second quarter. The Patriots trying to get to midfield. He's had 42 scrambles this year for 289 yards. That's the most in the NFL for a quarterback as far as scrambles and yards. He's in shotgun. Hunter Henry's in motion from left to right. 2 receivers split top right. Drake looks back. He is going to dump it off to Hunter Henry, who breaks a tackle and is all the way down to the 46-yard line. Hunter caught that ball just inside the 50 in Jets territory and then shaked and baked and broke a tackle, and he's down close to the 45. Hunter went in motion and sold it. I think Drake was initially was looking for him, had to hold for just a second, and did sort of not quite of a full fake pump, but he brought the ball down for a second, and when he did that, the defensive players thought he was going to take off and run, and he brought it back up and dumped it off to Henry. He's now 7 for 7 for 58 yards. They are at just inside the 46-yard line of the New York Jets. Drake is under center. Trevion is in the backfield. Here is a pitch out, and that's not going to go anywhere. That was Johnson. I apologize. Johnson, number 34 for the New England Patriots. Jets got into the backfield pretty quickly, and that's a loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. 2nd down and 11. About 9 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second half. We are tied up 7-all. Drake's under center. He now goes back to shotgun. We've got trips at the top right, slot receiver down the bottom left. 2 receivers left, 5 receivers in this formation. Drake drops back, looks to the middle of the field. He gets slapped, breaks a tackle. Wide open, number 13 for the New England Patriots, Mike Hollins. Drake Maye got touched 2 or 3 times while he was moving around in that pocket. And he moves to the right. This is great. He's in shotgun, 3-step drop. He gets tapped once, gets tapped 2-3 times. He breaks out of that, moves out of the pocket, moves about 3 or 4 yards out of the pocket to his right. Hollins creates some space, Sits down in that slot at the 35, takes it to 35 and runs all the way down to the 26-yard line, knocking a mouthpiece out of a Jet defender. 1st and 10, 27-yard line. Drake is in the shotgun. Drops back, 3-step drop, fake pump. Now he's looking to the left. He has got a wide open Hollins. 7-yard line. Patriots in business. There's a flag on the play, though. May have a holding call back here on the Patriots. Let me see. Hollins looked like he might have stepped out of bounds and came back in. I do want to see this. I noticed he was very close to that sideline. I'm wondering if Hollins stepped out of bounds and came back in to receive the ball. No. They are calling number 29 again. They are calling, so he's already had a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. There are 2 plays on that field. There are 2 holding calls against the Jets on number 22 and number 29. So pick your choice. That will be surely declined. Yeah, Hollins did a great job. He literally was right on the sideline. I don't know how he didn't step out first before coming back to catch that ball. What a good feel. Literally tapped his foot to make sure he stayed in. So the Patriots are going to be, that's a great play. 1st and goal, 7-yard line. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Drake under center. Here is a handoff to Trevin Henderson. He cuts through the middle of the field, and he is in the end zone again. 7-yard touchdown. Patriots up. Patriots up. Wow. That is incredible. Incredible, incredible, incredible. Here they come again. Now, let's go back. Outside of one game this year, the Patriots have put a lot of points on the board. They're one of the top 5 scoring offenses in the NFL. But here's a situation. We got 2 things to focus on here. One, they've given up touchdowns almost on every opening drive to their opponent this year. Okay? Number 1. Borg-Allison for the extra point. I'll continue on here in just a second. And the extra point is up, and it is solid right down the middle, 14-7. Number 2, then the Patriots defense tightens up, and the Patriots will run off, 14, 20, 24 points. But then something happens. We see where these teams creep up. Atlanta should have, I'm not saying they should have won that game because the Patriots were driving down up by 1 towards the end. But the Patriots had a lead, a fairly comfortable lead. They let Atlanta get right back in the game. Atlanta missed an extra point to tie that game and possibly send it to overtime. We saw this with Tampa Bay last week. Even though the Patriots were up, Tampa Bay comes back. The Patriots defense has not always played 60 minutes. They're tough. They're one of the top 10 defenses in the league. But they've got to play 60 minutes. They got to play 60 minutes. Let's go to the stats page here real quick. Let's update our stats page. Look at Drake Maye. Drake is 9 for 9 for 97 yards. Justin Fields, 3 for 4, so 22. And they got no offense on that last play. They literally got no offensive yardage on that last play. They got no rushing yards on that last drive that they had. So the Patriots are looking really good right now. Patriots are in first place. First place at 8-2. Buffalo's at 6-3. They have a big game coming up. They play Tampa Bay this weekend. What do y'all think about that game? What do y'all think about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in Buffalo? As a Patriot fan, you definitely would like to see the Bucs rebound against the Bills. I just don't see the Bills going down to the Patriots. And then last week to the Dolphins, that was unbelievable. I cannot believe how the Dolphins manhandled the Bills last week. What do you guys think about that? That's pretty crazy, huh? Hey, if we're going to also take a look at this playoff situation again, kind of just focus on the top 10 teams. If you go down here and look at the Ravens, what the Ravens have done. The Ravens were on life support. and they've come back and they have won a couple of games back to back. Well, actually, they've won 3 in a row now. And so, you know, the Texans winning that game last week, coming from behind, that was a huge game for them. So we've still got a lot of action. Still a lot of action left in the season. So the Jets are about to take the kickoff with under 8 minutes left to play. Borgalis lines the kick up, kicks it to his left. It is taken by the Jet return man at the 13. He's out to the 20, 25, out to the 30. Breaks a hold of the 35. Brought down by Woods at the 39-yard line. So that was a very good return, about a 32-yard return for the Jets. So they're going to start in good field position. They'll start in really good field position with just under 8 minutes left to play. You know, there's so many big games coming up over the next couple of weeks. And then have you guys seen the Thanksgiving Day roster? That is huge. Huge Thanksgiving Day roster. There's some big games there. Chiefs at the Cowboys. Wow. Justin Fields under center. He'll take it under center from the 38-yard line. They moved it backyard. Here is a handoff to Hall. Hall cuts through the center of the line. Give him about 5 yards up to the Patriots' 43. So 2nd and 5 coming up. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Jets. So listen, check this out. 2026, the Jets are going to have 2 first round picks, 2 second-round picks, and then in 2027, 3 first-round picks and 1 second-round pick. So you've got to think with Aaron Glenn, the GM, they're focusing on the next 2 to 3 years, so they're going to give them some space here to try to build a roster. Justin Fields is yelling at his center to give me the ball, snaps the ball, dumps off right to the tight end, Ruckert. Picks up a couple of yards. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Justin Fields was clapping, and then became very verbal with his center while he was in the shotgun, and was some miscommunication there. He's wanting that ball a little bit quicker than the center. Center got it to him. 3rd down and 4. 3rd down and 4. 6.5 minutes left in the first half. Guys, this is a very fast first half. This is a very fast first half. It's maybe the fastest first half I've ever seen. I've been watching football for half a century. Justin Fields drops back. He is going deep down the left side, and it is just barely dropped. He had his guy. He had Mitchell. Mitchell had a step, but I'm telling you right now, is that Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots? Let me see who this was. It was Christian. He had Christian Gonzalez beat. He stutter stepped. He had 2 steps on him, and Gonzalez closed the gap. He closed the gap very, very close. Tapped him on the back a couple of times, but Gonzalez, no flag and a good no call. Here is the punt. McNamara to the left, taking a fair catch at the 14-yard line of New England. Jones is back. Big for the Patriots. Jones is back. That was a great defensive play by Christian Gonzalez. He was beat. Like to get some feedback on this. You know, I watch so many football games, and I don't understand why the defender, I know it's happening so fast, and I'll never be that fast. I've never been that fast, and I'll never be that fast. But why they don't just look back at the ball. The bulk of your pass interference calls come when the defender feels he's gotten beat, and he runs through the receiver, or if he just turns around and takes a quick peek at the ball and defends it, he's not going to get called. Even if there's some incidental contact up in there, he's not going to get called. So very, very, that was a close play, but he did not really put the hands on him enough to call that interference. So Christian Gonzalez for the Patriots, maybe one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL, suffered that injury last year, which is very unfortunate. But he's come back strong this year. I know a couple weeks ago there was some concern. Wasn't he he was taken out of the game early, I believe, right? Or wasn't he sat down? Sat down in week 9, I believe, or week 8. So this is good stuff. Good stuff. Do a stat update here real quick. Still not a whole lot happening there for Justin Fields. He's 4 for 6 for 23 yards. Drake Maye is going to come into this drive that they're about to start here in just a second at their own 14-yard line. Drake is 9 for 9 for 97 yards. Trevion's already got 36 yards on 9 carries. Drake's got 2 short scrambles for 5 yards. Hunter Henry has got 3 receptions early in the game. You know, he has really proven to be one of the best tight ends, one of the most reliable tight ends in the NFL. He has really he's got a new career. He's got a new start on his career. Now listen, the last 2 seasons the Patriots have averaged 15.4 points a game, 2 touchdowns and an extra point. This year, they're averaging almost 27 points a game. Drake's got 5 straight games with 2 touchdowns or more. He'll have to take a little bit of that action away from Trevion Henderson because Henderson's only got 2 rushing. From the 15-yard line, Drake is under center. We got 2 receivers split down to the left, Douglas and Diggs. Hollins at top right. Drake drops back to passes in the pocket, dumps it off to Trevion for 5 yards to the 25-yard line. Looked like a jet jumped off sides a little bit. They didn't call that. That was really close. It looked like he had jumped off sides. Josh McDaniels, man. Good to have him back in New England if you're a Patriots fan. It's good to have him back in New England. 2nd down and 5. Drake is under center again. Trevion in the backfield. You have got Stephon Diggs left to right in motion. Mike Hollins is just split left. Stephon stopped short. 3-step drop back to Mike Hollins for a first down. A gain of 7 yards. He's still on his feet. Give him the 32.5-yard line. Drake took a quick 3-step drop back. Now he has 11 straight completions. This is the longest streak to start a game in his career. He is now 11 for 11. They've not been really dinks. They've had, he's averaging about 10 yards a reception right now. So he's in the shotgun. He has dropped back. Here's a handoff to Trevion. Trevion seeking his way through the line. He's going to get stacked up by a bunch of white jerseys and green helmets. See where they mark his forward progress. I don't believe they're going to give him a yard. The youngest quarterbacks to start this season, J.J. McCarthy, 22 years old. Jackson Dart, 22, and Drake, 23. So are these the young guns? Is this the new era of the young guns coming into the league? They did give Trevion a yard, 2nd and 9 to the 29. Drake's in the shotgun. He is going to hand off to Trevion again, and the Jets are into the backfield quickly. Very quickly. Trevion is able to drag the Jet linebacker Williams in for about a yard. 3rd and 8. Just under 4 minutes left. Stephon Diggs, 3 catches for 16 yards. Trevion, 11 rushes, 38, 2 touchdowns. And Drake is 11 for 11. He is in the shotgun just across the 29-yard line. Trevion is on his right hip pocket. Stephon Diggs, slight motion. Drake, full 5-step drop back, looking down at the center of the field. Whoa! Stephon Diggs dropped a pass wide open in the center of the field. He is slow to get up. Hollins goes down to check on him. I'm not sure what happened there. I think that's a pride injury. What just happened? We've got a flag on the play. We have a flag on the play. Drake did a full 5-step drop back. He has Stephon Diggs wide open, and Stephon just went right through the breadbasket. You don't see that very often. I'm not sure what happened right there. but Stephon dropped that wide open pass. There was a penalty on the Patriots, and I'm not sure what that was. It was declined, so it's fourth down. Anyway, here's the punt at the 14, at the 15, out to the 20, to the 25, out to the 31-yard line, and a flag on the play. The Jets had a 17-yard punt return. 17-yard punt return. We'll see what the flag is. Probably going to be a holding on the receiving team. That is. So that's a spot foul. So it's not 10 yards from where the tackle was made. It's 10 yards from where that penalty occurred. So we do have a TV timeout. Cheers Bars in Boston. Have any of y'all been there? I want to hear about it. My son, back in 2017, went and took a trip to Boston. Went to see the Boston Red Sox play, and he got to go to the bar, the Cheers bar. So I thought that's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Got just a little over 3 minutes left. A little over 3 minutes left. Go back to our playoff screen here really quickly. Looking at the Colts, the number 1 seed. Denver Broncos, number 2. The Pats at number 3. If the playoffs were to start today, the Colts would get the first round bye. The Broncos would play the Jaguars would come to Denver to play the Broncos, okay? The Buffalo Bills would play New England at home. And the Chargers would play the Steelers if the playoffs started today. Very interesting. The Colts would have that first round bye. Now, the Kansas City Chiefs are 1 spot out of the playoffs. You can see that right there at 5-4. They lose tiebreakers to Jacksonville, to Buffalo, and to the Los Angeles Chargers. They have lost 3 of their 4 losses have come to the Chargers, the Bills, and the Jaguars. And how big was that loss Sunday? The Jaguars suffered in Houston. They had the Texans dominated. That game was over. If you look at the if you look at the scientific numbers that were put into play, the Jacksonville Jaguars at one point in the fourth quarter had a 97.3% chance of winning that game. And the Texans came back and snatched that from them. Came back and snatched it. That's a huge loss. Huge loss for Jacksonville. Because they technically had a game and a half lead over Kansas City. Winning, and they had the tiebreaker. So let's see what the Jets do here real quickly with 3:19 left. The Jets offense opening drives got 14 plays, 72 yards on an opening drive. They've only had 13 yards since then. 5 first downs in the first drive, none since then. Here's a handoff to Hall. He is going to break to the left side, and he picks up about 6 yards. There's a hole to the left side. Justin Fields was under center. Direct handoff to Brandon Hall, who's cutting it up with one of the Patriots fans. I'm not sure what they're talking about. They're jawing at each other, but having fun. Now, the Patriots in 2025, through Week 10, have allowed 227 passing yards a game. They've only given up 23 tonight. Okay? But they have given up 68 rushing yards. It is 2nd and 5. Here's another handoff to Hall. He cuts to the center. He is met by the Patriots defenders. That was Spillane. And Landry met him, stopped him for about a 2-yard gain. 3rd down and 3. Coming up on the 2-minute warning. And I'm wondering if the Jets will try to utilize the clock here, or do they let this thing run down? You might not see a play here. 2:10 left. There's a 5-second differential in the play clock. 3rd and 2. Nope, they're trying to draw. They're not going to call. They're not going to snap this ball. They were trying to draw the Pats offside, and that's not going to happen. 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. kind of interesting that they let that clock run down like that and didn't snap that ball and get that free play. Because if the Pats stop them, the Patriots have all 3 timeouts left. So Drake Maye is looking really confident. You watch a lot of the sports shows. He is top 3 pick for the MVP going into this week, and we'll see. The Pats do have a very, very, very easy schedule coming up. Take a look here real quick. They have is the easiest schedule in the NFL. Their combined, this is a very interesting stat that I'm about to give you. So right now, the Pats, after tonight's game, they're going to have, they go to Cincinnati. They got the Bengals. Then they got the Giants at home. They've got the Patriots at home on December 14th. That's huge. They went to Buffalo and beat Buffalo in Buffalo. And so they have the Patriots at home. Excuse me, they have the Bills at home. They go to Baltimore. That's going to be a good game. The Ravens could very well be in the thick of things at that point in time, and really have their players back healthy. But after tonight, including tonight, the Patriots, the Bengals have only won 3. Okay, the Giants have won 2. That's 5. The Bills have won 6. That's 11. 15. The Patriots, the teams they play coming up for the last 6 games of the season, have a combined 20 wins. Think about that. A combined 20 wins with those 6 teams. That's 3.5. That's 3.5 wins a team. So they finished the season with the Dolphins at home. They do end up going to play the Jets, New York, again. And so this is going to be really, they've got an opportunity to get one of those top 2 seeds. Here's the Jets. It's 3rd down and 2 at the 15-yard line. Justin Fields drops back. He's looking to the right. He's fired downfield, and that ball is dropped. He threw to the wrong shoulder of his receiver. He had that receiver wide open. Mitchell was wide open. Justin Fields threw the ball to his right shoulder instead of to the inside. Christian Gonzalez got picked. That's what happened. He got picked. That was sort of maybe somewhat of a back shoulder pass. I kind of misread that. Yeah, he had him open. He just threw to the wrong shoulder. So here comes McNamara to punt the ball. Jones is going to call a fair catch at the Patriots' 41-yard line. So let's see what happens with 1 minute and 48 seconds left. Guys, what do you think about Justin Fields? What is your opinion on Justin Fields? Is he a top-tier quarterback? Will the Jets be looking to draft a quarterback with all them first-round picks they have next year? First and second-round picks that the Jets are going to have. Very, very, very interesting offseason for them. They are not going to win probably more than 2 or 3 more games the rest of the year. So Vrabel is on this. I can see Vrabel over here. Okay, Vrabel is kind of addressing these Jets receivers have been open. Christian Gonzalez at the end of that previous drive made a great play. And they just got burned there. If Justin Fields doesn't throw that ball to the wrong side, that guy's still running. Patriots 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Here is a handoff to Trevion. He cuts through the right side of the line. He's tripped up. And there is a flag on the play. And I want to say you might have an offsides or a 12 men on the field. Come out of a timeout You come out of a timeout. The Jets came out of a timeout. 12 men on the field, and right before the snap, one of the Jets players tries to run from the middle of the field off the field. He was very late. Very late. 46-yard line, 1st and 5. Drake is under center. Stephon Diggs is going right to left in motion. He's set. Here is a handoff to Trevion. He's tripped up. He's caught behind the line, but he's able to sneak a yard out of it. His center of gravity is so low. You get a hand on him, he's just still moving forward. He has 12 rushes for 39 yards. He's got 2 touchdowns. Drake Maye still 11 for 11. 2nd and 4 from the 47. Now you got trips at the top right for the Patriots. Trevon in the backfield. Drake Maye is shotgun. Takes a 3-step drop. He is scrambling. He's out of the pocket, running to the right. And don't know where he threw that one to, but it almost went into the white jersey, into the hands of a white jersey. Vrabel is animated on the sideline, controlled animated. There's a flag on the play, by the way. Holding on the Pats. So they went from 1st and 5 to now they're going to be 2nd and 14. Is that right? Yeah, that's a takedown. That's a big hold by Campbell, number 66, that left guard. But that ball nearly got picked off. 2nd and 14. 2nd and 14 from the 37-yard line. Drake drops back, 7-step drop back. He steps into the pocket. He's looking. He dumps the ball off to Henderson, who moves the ball across the 44-yard line. Took the ball off of the turf. Drake got rid of that. That was impressive. He is 12 for 12. He's had 2 penalties negate an incomplete pass. So technically, he is still 12 for 12. It's 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. He is going to be in shotgun with Trevon in the backfield. The trips to the top from the 44-yard line. 3rd down and 6. 3rd down and 6. He drops back. He's got a 5-step drop. He's about to get hit and taken down. No one covered. Number 56. Middle linebacker Williams. No one covered him. There's a flag on this play. Let's see what this is all about. It looks like it's going to go against the Jets. Drake Maye took an 11-yard sack, and that is an illegal use of the hands on Stevens, number 21. And Aaron Glenn just can't believe what's happening. He's got him. He's mugging Mike Hollins. Stevens is mugging Mike Hollins for the first 10 yards down the field. 1st and 10. 1st and 10 for the Pats. They are right at midfield. Drake in the shotgun. Drops back. 5-step drop. He is going deep with a wobbly duck pass. This could be intercepted, and it is dropped. He threw a wobbly duck pass from the 50-yard line to just inside the 5. Don't know if it slipped out of his hands. Don't know what happened with that throw. But when it left his hands, it looked like it was going to be intercepted. That's a weird pass. And the 2 Jet defenders ran into each other and knocked the ball out of each other's hands. Not sure how that's. They need to pull that ball out and check that ball. That ball's warped. That ball wobbled and wobbled and wobbled. There's only 20 seconds left in the first half, and there is a Jet defender down in the end zone. So there's going to be a TV timeout on that. So what will the Patriots do? They have all their timeouts left, 20 seconds. It is 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 10 at the right at midfield. So Borgalis has a good leg. I think he's probably good from about 55, 56 on in. Be a 67-yarder if he tried to lace it up right now. So let's see, with 20 seconds left in all 3 timeouts, they can actually throw the ball down the middle of the field if they wanted to. Call a timeout. But let's see what happens. See what happens. The Patriots came out with two quick touchdowns after they gave up that game opening touchdown to the Jets on their first drive. We'll see what happens. So going back to the standings again, I want to take a look at this. This is, look at the AFC North. This thing is as bad as the Bengals have been. They're still in it. I mean, you're 3-6. You're 3-6, and you're 2 games out. That loss a couple weeks ago, where Flacco brought them back, where they scored 2 touchdowns with just a little over a minute to go, and then still lost the game. That was incredible. I mean, wow, But the Colts, they're dominating their division. Big loss. The Jaguars suffered against the Houston Texans this last weekend. Texans are still in that mix, although very much of a long shot. But the Texans are still in that mix, coming in at a number 9 seed at the moment. So very, very interesting. So I'm trying to figure out what happened to this gentleman. These 2 Jet defenders ran into each other in the end zone to break up that pass. It should have been intercepted. That was a terrible pass, terrible throw by Drake Maye. It's his first incomplete pass, by the way. 2nd and 10 at midfield, 20 seconds left. Drake is in the shotgun. Henderson off his right hip. 5-step drop back. He's in the pocket. He's flushed out of the pocket. Dumps off to Henderson. Henderson at the 45, the 40, inside the 40, down to the Jets' 39-yard line, and timeout called. Timeout called by the Pats. Then you got maybe one more play in the books here for New England with 13 seconds left. Be about a 56-yard field goal. About a 56-yard field goal if they tried that right now. So they've had one. The Jets have only had one takeaway in 9 games for their first through 9 games. That is an NFL historical record. No team has ever only had one takeaway through their first 9 games of a season. 1st and 10 with 13 seconds at the 40-yard line. They moved him back again. I don't understand that spot. Drake is in the shotgun. Henderson to his right. Double slot at the top right. Here is a quick pass to Stephon Diggs. Down inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, and a timeout. Another timeout by the Pats. Another timeout. That play took 5 seconds. Drake on a quick slant to Stephon Diggs. Stephon has got 6 catches. There was some contact at the line, but Mitchell, or Steven, number 21 for the Jets, misread the break. He had Stephon Diggs stutter stepping and going left. Stephon Diggs stutter stepped and went right slot into the center of the field. Another first down, this time inside the 30. First down and 10, 9 seconds left. Borgalis is on the sidelines. If you're the Patriots, do you take a shot at the end zone? Do you take a shot at the end zone? Do you play it safe? Get that field goal in the books. Drake Maye is in the shotgun. Pats got the ball at the 28-yard line. Here's a handoff to Henderson. He's going to get stuffed, and the Pats will let this thing run down to about 2 or 3 seconds, and they do right now and call a timeout. So a little trickery right there. I don't know if that's that could have been a dangerous play. If Henderson would have broke that run, but been taken down in the middle of the field, that's interesting. I think this is a good call. Borgalis is 13 of 14 this year, so his long is 53. So he's got a 93% success rate field goals this year. He's 13 of 14. So Josh has pulled Drake to the side. They're just off the bench, and they're having a coach-player conversation right now. Borgalis lined up. This is going to be for 45. And the Jets are going to try to ice him. Boom. So the Jets call a timeout. I don't know. Do you ice a kicker on a 30? Do you ice a kicker on a 45-yard field goal attempt, or do you ice him on the 45 or the 55-yard field goal attempt to win the game. That's kind of funny. I'm seeing there's some chuckling going on in one of the network's play booth. They're reacting to that. We're gonna line up again. 45-yard field goal attempt for Borgalis to put the Patriots up by 3 scores, and this kick is no good. It is no good. So, I asked you a question a second ago. Do you try to freeze the kicker on a 45-yard field goal attempt before halftime? And apparently the answer to that is yes, because he just missed a fairly easy kick. That's Vrabel is visibly composed, but he's frustrated. By the way, this is the 8th game this year that the Patriots have had the lead at halftime. Again, if you're a Patriots fan, wow, didn't see that coming. So Vrabel will have conversation, I'm sure. Listen, the Pats, they look good, but right now they've had some blown coverages in the first half, and they caught breaks. They caught a couple of breaks. They caught a couple of breaks with Justin Fields just not making a simple pass to his receiver. Christian Gonzalez made a great play early when he was burned, but then the missed field goal. Drake Maye kind of making a pass where no one knew that ball was going. Even Vrabel was kind of like, what did you just do? And on that particular pass, the camera cut over to Vrabel. Vrabel did this comment to Drake Maye, said don't go to sleep out there. Don't stay focused. Don't lose your train of thought. Some of these mistakes can be made against a Cleveland. You can make them against the New York Jets, okay? You can't make these type of mistakes again against, say, Buffalo. You can't make these kind of mistakes against the Colts or the Broncos or the Chiefs. Chiefs started out slow. They're still in slow mode. But they have 8 games left to play. And so you've got to think if the Chiefs go 5-3 or 6-2, they're in a wild card. And they get into the playoffs with Mahomes and Kelsey and that crew, they can stir some things up. So the Pats have Vrabel. They have a few games. They got a few games left to get some of these things done. Again, you got a young quarterback. Here's a second-year quarterback that we're trying to talk like he's five-year veteran. But if he can stay solid, you can imagine if he stays healthy, and he's got Vrabel and Josh McDaniels for the next 5, 6, 7, 10 years. Wow, it could be very dangerous. If they win this division this year, that's going to be excuse me, that's going to be very, 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 very interesting. So we're at halftime. We'll take a little break here for a second, and we'll come back in just a few minutes, okay? Just over 12 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The Patriots up by 2 scores now. They have a 10-point lead in Foxborough. Gronkowski sitting in the owner's box with Robert Kraft and his son. Here comes the kickoff to the Jets. That ball will be taken at the 5-yard line. He's up the 10, the 15, the 20, the 25. He gets stacked at the 23. And he gets to the 28-yard line. Got popped pretty good. So what did the Patriots defense do here? What will the Patriots defense... They've had several games this year where they flex a little bit in the fourth quarter. A little flex defense or prevent defense, I'm not sure what you want to call it, but they've had some games where they had a pretty good lead and it gets a little closer than they probably would like. So here we go. Jets have a chance to trade touchdowns for field goals for touchdowns. They got the ball. Justin Fields in the shotgun. Low snap, hands off to Breece Hall. Breece Hall through the center of the pile. Give him 3 yards. Tough 3 yards. Very, very tough 3 yards. I would think the Jets want to probably move a little bit quicker right now, kind of pick up the pace. They're having a hard time. That last drive they did was very impressive. They went 65 yards. Scored that touchdown on a broken play, but 2nd and 7 at the 31-yard line, their own 31, Justin Fields. Shotgun, Breece Hall on his left hip. 2 receivers split top left. Here is another handoff to Breece Hall. Picks up 6. Vrabel is bent over, hands on knees, shaking his head. 3rd down and 1. Just under 11 minutes left in the game. Call it 3rd and 2. That's not a good spot. I think they shorted him a yard. Here's another handoff to Breeze. Nope. Justin Fields is going to try to sprint this to the outside. Justin Fields. The Patriots had him for a 3-yard loss. 2. And he spun out. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. It was a run-pass option. Tucked it into Breece Hall's bread basket, pulled it out, and then as he's scrambling to his right, Patriots smother him, and he got away. First down. They're giving him the first down at the Patriots 38. Shotgun. Play action pass. He gets hit by a Patriot, and then he throws to 3 New England Patriots who didn't look up to look at the ball that was coming to them. Don't know who he was throwing that ball to. I think Justin Fields should probably just run the ball or hand the ball off to somebody else to run the ball because he's tough to watch. Now, he got popped pretty hard that time. Just as he passed, he got hit. Got 10 minutes and 1 second left in the game. Fourth quarter. 2nd and 10. Justin Fields, shotgun, drops back, running backwards. There's a screen pass to Breece Hall, who has a hard time hanging out of the ball, but he does. But he's taken down for looks to me like about a 4-yard loss. About a 4-yard loss. I think we have about 3rd and 14 coming up here with 9:40. 3rd and 12. 3rd and long. 3rd and 12 from their own 36. They actually need to get just on the other side of their 48. Just a football past their 48. Justin back in 5-step drop. That ball is tipped and incomplete. The ball was tipped just past the line. Fourth down and 12. Fourth down and 12. They will be punting that ball again. I've got to see something here. He is 11 for 17 for 75 yards. He's 11 for 17 for 75 yards. My goodness. McNamara punting from his 36. Well, he's back inside the team, but he punts that ball. It goes down to the right. It's going to be let go, bounces out and into the end zone. That's a 64-yard punt. Net 46. The ball hit about the 11, 12-yard line and just took off straight into the end zone. It looked like it might go out inside the 5. But going back and looking at these stats again. Wow. He's 11 for 18. He is 11 for 18. That's rough. That's a kind of a line for him though, right? Yeah. He's 11 for 18. That's crazy. He has 47 yards rushing. He's almost the leading rusher for the team. Mechie has that touchdown catch in that broken play. But it's just really pitiful when you look at his passing numbers. I'm curious to see what he has on the season, what it looks like. Well, I know before the game, I think he had 1,438 yards going into the game over a 9-game span. That is, wow, that's tough to watch. That's really tough to watch. Stephon Diggs, on the other hand, 8 receptions for 83 yards. Holland has 4. Hunter has 5 yards. 5 receptions. 5 receptions. Yep. Patriots are looking really good. 8-2. They still got to seal the deal here. With under 10 minutes left to play in the game. They have an opportunity to go to 9-2, winners of 8 in a row. The Jets would fall to 2-8. I mean, they're as eliminated as you're going. They're so close to elimination. So let's go back. Just under 10 minutes played, 9 minutes and 8 seconds. Drake has had some really good moments in this game, but then he's just had a couple of shaky. But that's he's having a great year. He is having a great year. No touchdown passes tonight. Entering tonight, he's 72% completion. He's 83% tonight. He is at 83%. He's under center at the 20-yard line. Here is a play action. He's looking downfield. He is looking way downfield. Stephon Diggs again. At the 40. Turns around, spins. Best tackle. 42-yard line. 22-yard gain. 22-yard gain. I think Vrabes is possibly trying to get Drake a touchdown pass. Trying to keep them MVP stats up. Like he was looking for Stephon the whole time, it looked like. And Stephon just parked right down into the slot. Actually, that was his second choice. I did see we looked over at Hollins. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Drake under center again. There is a quick little handoff to Douglas, who came from a wide receiver position. Quick snapped, handed it to Douglas. That's going to be a loss. It's going to be a loss in the backfield. Douglas came in motion and took the handoff. That looks like a pretty long loss. That's at least 3 or 4 yards. Yeah, the Jets read that. They were not shot. 2nd and 15 from their 37. Drake in shotgun. 3-step drop. Looks down the field, and Hunter Henry defended. Incomplete. Moore made a good defensive play. Hunter's a big guy. And that ball was in his breadbasket, but Moore turned around and reached his hand up in there and popped that ball. It was a really good throw. Very close to that's that's a good no call. There's some officials that would have called pass interference on that. That's a good no call. That's old school defense. 3rd and 15 from 37. Drake in the shotgun drops back 5 steps back. He is looking deep, deep down the field. He has got Hollins wide open, and Hollins drops it. Mike Hollins wide open. Hollins wide open, and the ball went right through his hands. Wide open. Drake Maye put that ball right on target, and he dropped it. The defender got his hand. Hollins did not secure it. It was quick, but the defender slapped it away. Here comes the punt. It's going to be inside the 20, and he is going to be taken down at the 15. Well, here come the Jets with 7.5 minutes to play. About 7.5 to play. Hollins had it, did not tuck it into his chest. The defender, Stevens, got in there and got that ball out of there. Very, very, very good defensive play. A very good defensive play by Stevens. Very good defensive play. Hey, welcome everybody. This is my first. All right, we are back. The Jets will have the ball. The Pats right now have a 33% chance to be the number one seed. They actually have the highest percentage to be the number one seed, 33%. We'll see. Justin Fields is in the shotgun from the 15-yard line. That he fumbles the ball in. The Patriots have it. The Patriots have it. Justin Fields has fumbled the ball again. Unbelievable. And the Patriots have the ball at the 15-yard line. I've seen this guy do this. It's unbelievable how lazy and lackadaisical he is. It was a low snap, but he had two hands on it, then it went between his legs, then he picked it up and he tripped himself, and you can't make that up. Wow, it looked like a Pop Warner. He looks like a Pop Warner quarterback. I know at the collegiate level, must be amazing. But when these guys get to this level and your only skill set is that you can run really fast, there's a lot of guys in the NFL that have speed. Drake Maye center. It's at the 11-yard line. Trevion Henderson's back in the game. Drake under center. I think he goes for a touchdown here. It's a handoff to Trevion. Trevion inside the 10, down to the 8. Down to the 8. Gain of 3. Fields is just going to head to the bench and sit down way, 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 way at the other end. He has 48 fumbles since 2021. He's been in the league that long. I didn't realize that. And most fumbles in the NFL. The most fumbles of any player. 4 dozen almost. 2nd and 7. Drake in shotgun. Here is a play action. He's rolling to the right, rolling to the right, rolling to the right, and he's just going to throw it away. Did he step out of bounds? Okay. I thought he stepped out of bounds and threw it away. 3rd and 7. Vrabel's trying to get that touchdown for him. But I probably just ran the ball. Henderson's still in the game. We just ran the ball. I don't know that Henderson would have scored, but you're moving the clock. You do want the clock to start ticking down. You can't do silly things here. 3rd and 7 at the 8. Shotgun, trip receivers, top right. Hunter Henry's down in the left. They may have jumped off. False start here. Nope. That ball was deflected at the line of scrimmage. That was a really bad pass. I don't even know who he was throwing to be honest with you. Wow. So that whole possession, did someone get a paw on that? They did. They did. Yeah. Clemens got a paw on that. Big 72 put that left paw up. So they run a total of a few seconds off the clock. Borgalis is in here for a 26-yarder. And this kick is up, and it is good. It is good. So the Patriots now have a 27. Still just a 2-score game. Just a 2-score game. Now, I'm sure if Justin Fields is your quarterback, I don't know if anybody's really going to be too concerned about, field goal game or two touchdowns. Does it really matter if Justin Fields is quarterback in your team? 6.5 minutes left in the game. Drake's on the sidelines with the Microsoft pad. Justin Fields is on the sidelines warming up. Really like them Jets helmets though. That's so Borgalis is setting the ball up on the tee. He'll be kicking from right to left. The Jets have 45 plays for a total of 195 yards. 120 yards rushing, 75 passing. The Pats have 57 plays for 327 yards. Borgalis kicks the ball straight dead center. That ball is going into the end zone. Again, not the game plan that Vrabel wants to see. Make him run that ball out. It's coming out to the 35-yard line. 6 minutes, 36 seconds left in regulation. Hey, have you ever been to Gillette Stadium? I want to hear. Tell me about it. Justin Fields is back in the game. I'm watching him. His body language, he's in the huddle. He just doesn't have any confidence. It doesn't look like he's just going through the motions. Going to get paid on Friday. 35-yard line, shotgun. Josh back kind of has a hard time handling the ball. He gets hit. He is down sacked. All the way back to the 26. All the way back to the 26. No, when you see his body language, he takes this snap. There is literally, there's just no I don't know. His own left tackle hit him in the face mask. That's interesting. Justin just seems lost. He doesn't seem motivated, doesn't seem excited to be out there. 2nd and 19, a loss of 9, shotgun. Brees Hall back. In this, he's looking down the field. He's about to get sacked again. Now he finds his tight end all the way out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 11. A gain of 11. So he got a chunk of that back. 3rd down and 8. We just went under 6 minutes left in the game. Now the defensive tackle for the Patriots, number 97 Williams, he is out of the game with an ankle injury. Just under 5.5 minutes left. 3rd down and 8. The Jets do not seem like they're in an urgency at all. Justin shotgun drops back. He's looking and he's going to get out of it. He was about to get hit. He's now going to rush for the 1st down. He had a Patriot all on top of him. The Patriot was so on top of him that he moved him, and Justin got out of it. Here again, though, Justin Fields is just a running quarterback. Oh, my goodness. Number 90, he almost had him again. Just a running quarterback. His football IQ, he doesn't have a football IQ, actually. 1st and 10, though. All the way out to the Patriots' 45. Shotgun. Justin Field drops back, a little quick step, and that ball is batted down at the line. Batted down at the line. He is now the leading rusher for the Jets tonight, though. 65 yards, I believe, or 55 yards. Give or take a couple. What's he got rushing? Yeah, 55 yards. Not the leading, but he'll be there in a minute. Second and 10 at their own 45. Fields back at his 40 in the shotgun. Quick little 3-step drop. Looks over and he hits his tight end again. This is a 4-yard gain. So it's going to be 3rd and 6. So Amazon Prime is saying if the Jets score by 3 minutes and 25 seconds left in the game, they can have one predicted drive remaining. They have 3 timeouts. From the 49-yard line, 3rd down and 6. Fields will take the ball and the shotgun. Drops back. He drops back some more. He's got a man wide open. 1st down at the Patriots' 33-yard line. That is the best throw of the night for Justin Fields. Maybe the best pass of the year for Justin Fields. 18 yards. Right on target. That was a very good pass. Drops back again. He's scrambling, looking, and good defense. Good defense for the Patriots. Threw a very tight pass over the center, about 5 yards off the line, and he's just defended very well. But on that last play, Fields went over 100 yards passing for the game. 2nd and 10 at the Patriots' 33. 3.5 minutes left in the game. They need to score, and they need to score quick. They have 3 timeouts left. Justin Fields takes the snap from the shotgun, looks down center field. He's scrambling out to the right. He is scrambling again. He has a whole field in front of him to run. He's inside the 30, inside the 25, down to the 21-yard line. Gain of about 13, 14 maybe. He and Vrabel is just looking like, how is this happening? Vrabel's like, what's going on, guys? He had flushed. They had him running around in the backfield. He is now the leading rusher. He has 72 yards, give or take a yard, rushing. 1st and 10 at the Patriots' 21. And here we go again. The Patriots trying to play with fire at the end of another game. Justin drops back. He's looking downfield, and that's good defense. Christian Gonzalez, great defense. That time he turned around and looked back. He was smothering Mitchell, number 15, the Jets wideout, and Christian Gonzalez. Great defensive coverage. Great defensive coverage. There's the good turnaround. Actually hit him right into almost the zero of his back. If he turned around a second earlier, he might have been able to tuck that ball for an interception. 9 plays, 44 yards on this drive, 320. Justin takes the snap in the shotgun. He's looking to the left, looking to the right. It's completed again to his tight end, who's staying up. About 8-yard gain on that play. 3rd and 2, and the clock is still running. They are not in hurry up at the moment. Let me see what they got going on. We just went under 3 minutes. Call is coming in late. They are very confused. The Jets don't have enough players on the field, and now the officials are making Justin Fields wait for now the Patriots get a chance to make a change, and Aaron Glenn, the head coach, is just beside himself because about another 20 seconds have run off, 22 seconds, 23 seconds have run off the clock. 3rd and 2, Fields takes the snap. He's looking, and he is going to get sacked. He's going to get sacked. Man, the Jets looked confused after that pass to their tight end for 8. They looked confused. They couldn't get players on the field, off the field. And this is good defense. Everyone's covered, and he goes down again. He is sacked by number 91, Ponder. So 4th and 4. Obviously, this is the game they need to snap the ball for the 2-minute warning. They get it off at 2:02. He's looking. First down with, knocked out. First down catch by the tight end goes, and he crosses the first down marker, and the Patriot defender literally comes up and knocks that ball out of his hands. Patriots will take the ball. We're at the 2-minute warning with about $1:57 left to go. That's incredible. Wow, that's the second we've seen we've seen Hollins for the Patriots drop a 50-yard pass right in the breadbasket, but the defender knocked that ball out. And we've just seen it happen with the Patriots. Good defense. Good defense. So Justin Fields, on that drive, went over 100 yards passing. He's 15 for 26 now for 116 yards and a touchdown. He's the leading rusher, though, at 67 yards. You know what? The sack. So the sack, he lost 5 yards to the 72. Going back here really quickly to the playoff standings here. Now you can see here where it says Jacksonville wins this tie. Let me shrink myself up here a little so I can get all this to you guys. So you can see right here, Jacksonville, they win a tiebreaker with Kansas City based on head-to-head. But again, I cannot tell you the relevance of that loss to the Texans. The Jacksonville Jaguars had a 97% chance of winning that game, and the Texans came back and snatched it from them with 20 seconds left to go. If Jacksonville is 6-3 at that moment, that's a huge lead. So basically, right now they win a head-to-head. Kansas City cannot have the same record as Jacksonville at the end of the season because they would lose the head-to-head on that. So Jacksonville with a big game coming up against the Chargers this weekend at home. I think Jacksonville's going to pull that off. The Chargers look good, but they've had a tough go flying all the way across the country. These long road trips. You saw what happened to them when they flew across and played the Giants. That was crazy loss for the Chargers. But they are one game behind the Broncos in that division race. But right now, the Ravens, the Texans, are breathing down the Chiefs and the Jaguars. And with the Texans, they play Jacksonville one more time this year. But with that head-to-head right now, again, Jacksonville is going to have to step it up. We are down to minute 57. You're going to see a bunch of running plays here. I don't think you'll see knees taken, but you're going to see a bunch of handoffs. And here we go. Trevion's still in the game. A little bit surprised about that. Maybe that's for protection. I don't know, to protect the ball. But gain of 4. Vrabel is on the sidelines. Like, he's like head to head with everybody. He's such a player's coach. He's hardcore, but his players respect him. But he just went over and really congratulated Pettis, who made maybe the defensive play of the game right there for the Patriots, because the Jets had first and goal. He knocked that ball out of their hands. The last 8-game win streak was in 2019 that the Patriots had remembered that. Remember Brady through that game-ending pick against the Titans. It was a pick 6, I believe. 2nd and 6, there's another handoff, and Henderson up the middle for 4 more. The Jets will spend another timeout. 3rd and 2. If you're the Patriots, what do we do here? If you're the Patriots, what do you do? Do you run the ball? Make the Jets burn that last time out and punt? Play action? Try to dump it off? Maybe you got Henry, or a little dump off to your running back for a screen. Let's see what we do here. Will Campbell's having a great rookie season. Man, he's the first offensive line player selected by the Patriots in the top 10 of NFL draft since old John Hannah. 3-point stance John Hannah. Drake is under center, 3rd and 3. Henderson in the backfield. He's got a fullback blocking for him. Here is a handoff to Trevion. He is going to make the first down. He needed 3. He got 4. The Jets probably will not spend that last time out now. It's irrelevant. Justin Fields eked out a 100-yard game. All that came on that 30-yard pass. Vrabel takes the headsets off. Slow huddle here. We'll see a couple of knees from Drake Maye. Drake Maye for mayor signs being held up by Pats fans. There's a knee. He'll do one more of those. It's 2nd down and 11. Lost a yard. Under 1 minute to play. The Pats are going to win their 8th game in a row. They're going to be 9-2. They have a 3-game lead. As of right now, they have a 3-game lead over the Bills. Drake will take one more knee, and that's the ball game. That is the ball game, and the New England Patriots are going to walk away with their 8th win in a row. Vrabel's going to come across. Congratulate, gentleman handshake with Glenn. The Jets just lack leadership at quarterback. They've got a couple of good receivers. They got a decent offensive line, and they got Breece Hall. You have a college quarterback, and that's what he is. He's a college quarterback trying to play at the NFL level, and it's tough. That is 0-0. Thank you for joining me tonight in my first coverage. A little raw, a little green, but we're going to get some things done, and look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday.